The items you grab without thinking are often the very ones bleeding your budget dry. Here's the shocking truth. Some of the most popular grocery products cost several times more than their DIY versions. And worse, most of them spoil faster or leave you with less food for your money. In just a moment, we'll break down 10 surprisingly common products you've probably been overpaying for every single week. Number 1. Bottled water. You think bottled water is safer? But what if I told you most of it comes from the same tap you already pay for? Every day, people grab those clear bottles assuming they're cleaner and fresher than what flows from the kitchen sink. The packaging and branding push the image of mountain streams and untouched wells. It feels like you're buying health in a bottle, but here's the problem. Bottled water isn't held to a stricter standard than municipal tap. You're paying for the illusion of purity, not guaranteed safety, and the cost difference is staggering. That single bottle you grab on your way out can cost as much as refilling a reusable one every day for weeks. It's like handing over restaurant prices for a sandwich you could make at home with the same bread. You aren't buying water, you're buying plastic, shipping, and shelf space. The marketing plays directly on your fears of chlorine, pipes, or old city systems. Yet in reality, the chemical checks on tap water meet strict public health codes. Plastic bottles simply package the same resource and sell it back at hundreds of times the price. Then add another hidden cost. Once tossed, these bottles clog landfills and break down slowly into microplastics that reach oceans and soil. Bottom line, a home filter and a reusable bottle save money, spare waste, and keep you hydrated without paying for packaging. Now at number 2, a fresh-looking trap you've seen in the produce aisle. Number 2, pre-cut fruits and veggies. That neatly wrapped melon looks like a time saver, but it's really a fast track to waste. Stores market pre-cut fruits and veggies as quick, clean, and ready to eat. It feels like you're buying efficiency. Skip the knife, skip the mess, and get right to the food. The problem is what they don't tell you. As soon as produce is cut, the clock speeds up. Exposure to air and light means the edges break down faster, the taste dulls, and in many cases, bacteria have easier entry points. Think about it this way. A whole pineapple can sit on the counter for days, even a week, before showing signs of softness. But the tray of pineapple chunks in plastic wrap usually loses its bite after just a couple of days. The same goes for apples, melons, celery, even carrots. That time-shaving convenience isn't buying you more food. It's slashing the life of what you just paid for. You're also paying a premium that has nothing to do with freshness. Labor costs, packaging, and storage drive up the sticker price. That container of diced strawberries often costs double the price of the whole carton right next to it. And by the next morning, you're pulling it out of the fridge only to find mush and juice pooling at the bottom. Here's the truth. Your own knife and cutting board save money, extend freshness, and keep real control in your hands. Next up, salad kits, where the greens sound healthy but hide a major markup. Number 3, salad kits. The ease of that bag of salad is something to brag about. However, the details that are written in small type are included in your receipt. All of the kits are available for purchase as ready-to-eat meals, and they come with all of the ingredients all prepared for you. This includes lettuce, toppings, a packet of dressing, and even croutons. It gives you the feeling that you have completed one of the tasks on your to-do list. However, when you compare the price of those bags to their weight, you will see that they contain a very large profit margin. The price of a single kit can go as high as $6, when the same amount of lettuce only costs $2. Additionally, a full bottle of salad dressing, which is less expensive than the kit, can last for weeks of meals. The portion control, metered pouches, and layers of plastic are what you are actually paying for, not nutrition. The lettuce that is found on the inside does not have a higher concentration of vitamins. The small toppings do not increase the quality of the product. You're forced to pay a premium for someone else to cut and mix together ingredients that are already quite basic. That is the secret to it all. And here's the real surprise. Such kits are frequently packaged with greens that are already approaching their expiration date. Consider this. Salads that are packaged in bags remain in transit and on shelves for a longer period of time, which means that wilting will begin sooner. You are in a hurry to consume the lettuce before it becomes brown by the time you get it to your house because it is already wilted. Purchasing either a head of romaine lettuce or a bunch of spinach will provide you with more days of fresh greens and the flexibility to incorporate any flavors that you like. To summarize, you can reduce your expenses by 50% if you use entire greens in your own toppings, and you will also be able to enjoy meals that last for a longer period of time. And while we are on the subject of snacks, you're going to be amazed by the gourmet popcorn technique. Number 4, gourmet popcorn bags. That shiny bag of flavored popcorn feels luxurious, but the price is anything but light. Popcorn itself is about as cheap as food gets. You need kernels, a little oil, and a pinch of salt. For pennies, you can fill a big bowl at home. Yet the bagged versions in the snack aisle flip the equation. By weight, those glossy bags run 8 to 10 times the cost of homemade. It's like paying steakhouse prices for frozen French fries, overpaying for something that was never supposed to be fancy in the first place. Take a closer look at what you're actually buying. Most of the space in that bag is air, not food. The kernels themselves cost next to nothing. The price spike comes from marketing, powder coatings, and fancy packaging that tricks you into thinking movie night quality is sealed inside. But the truth is, the gourmet part has little to do with real value. It's a label. Even microwave popcorn undercuts the so-called premium bags, and that's still marked up compared to kernels from a jar. At the simplest level, plain corn tossed in a pan or dropped into an air popper delivers a fresher crunch, lets you season as you like, and saves serious money over time. The smarter approach is clear. Skip the inflated branding, buy kernels, and make more food for less cost. Now for spices, where the label makes you pay more than the flavor is worth. Number 5, brand name spices. That tiny jar of cinnamon looks harmless, but it's one of the sneakiest markups in the store. Brand name spices sit right at eye level, filling rows with neat glass jars and bold labels. They look polished, even trustworthy, and that placement alone pushes you to grab them. But the reality is simple. The spice inside is not automatically fresher than what you'd find in the generic version or even in the bulk section. Here's the cost trick. A brand name jar of seasoning can run $6 or more, while the exact same spice in a less flashy package sells for closer to $2. That's not flavor you're paying for. It's packaging, design, and shelf placement. The glass jar and printed label create the illusion of quality, but once that jar sits in your pantry, the actual seasoning ages just like any other. The problem multiplies when you think of staples you restock often. Chili powder, garlic powder, cumin. Every time you replace one, you're handing out extra dollars just to keep a matching set of jars in your spice rack. Over the course of a year, that quiet markup adds up to a hefty chunk of your grocery bill. Here's the truth. Bulk bin spices or generic bottles not only cost less, they often turn over faster, which means they can actually be fresher. And here's the kicker. Small snack packs turn the same trick with portion size. Number 6. Single-serve snack packs. Those mini chip bags look handy, but your wallet pays the price of convenience. Parents grab them for lunch boxes. Workers stash them in desk drawers. The appeal is simple. You don't need to measure or portion anything. Just rip it open and eat. But here's the problem. The cost per ounce compared to a family-size bag is shocking. You're spending 2, 3, even 4 times as much for the same food, just parceled out into tiny wrappers. Think of it like this. 10 small packs of crackers often cost about the same as one large box. With the bigger box, you get far more product for your money, but the marketing leans on pre-portion as if it's a health or lifestyle feature. What you're truly buying is layers of plastic and labor, not extra nourishment. Convenience has a steep price tag when you break it down ounce by ounce. Here's the truth. The smarter play is simple. Buy in bulk. Use small, reusable containers to portion snacks yourself. You still get the grab-and-go ease, only this time it's at a fraction of the cost. Now at number 7, flavored oatmeal packets that disguise a pantry staple as a luxury. Number 7. Flavored oatmeal packets. Instant oatmeal packets look cheap, but pack by pack, you're paying steeply for sugar and flavoring. Oatmeal itself is one of the lowest cost, most filling staples you can keep in your pantry. A plain canister stretches through dozens of breakfasts while giving you control over how sweet, how rich, and how hearty you want the bowl to be. That's the budget-friendly strength of oats. They're flexible, filling, and simple. But here's the issue. When you buy flavored packets, the cost per ounce shoots up fast. A box of small packs can run you 3 times what a standard container of rolled oats costs. In other words, an entire full-sized canister often sells for less than a single week's worth of little sugary pouches. Here's the truth. The pre-flavored versions are a marketing trick. They lean on convenience to make you spend more, while stripped-down oats at home take less than 5 minutes to cook. With a pinch of cinnamon, a chopped banana, or a spoon of peanut butter, you get a breakfast that tastes fresher, holds you longer, and stays far cheaper. Next up, pre-made sandwiches, the classic markup hiding in plain sight. Number 8, pre-made sandwiches or wraps. A $7 sandwich in plastic looks easy, but the value is stacked against you. Grocery delis push pre-made wraps and sandwiches as the fastest way to claim a meal. You see them sitting in neat rows, already portioned, sealed, and labeled. That setup screams convenience. Yet the reality is harsh. You're paying extra dollars for a simple stack of bread, meat, and cheese that would cost under $3 at home. Think about the markup. 2 or 3 times the base price, only for someone else to smear mayo and slap the layers together. It's not complex cooking, it's assembly. And that added labor is the real reason for the inflated tag. You aren't buying rare ingredients or unique flavors. You're buying a plastic box and a few minutes of someone else's time. The problem doesn't stop at cost. You're also giving up freshness and choice. Those sandwiches are built to sit in a cooler for hours, sometimes longer. The bread dries, lettuce wilts, cheese sweats. Compare that to making one on your own, where the bread is soft, the toppings are crisp, and you pick exactly what goes inside. Convenience hides how much quality slips away. And here's where the psychology ramps up. Organic labels slapped on junk food. Number 9, organic junk food snacks. The term organic evokes feelings of safety and security. However, this is not the case when the stamp is on cookies, candy, or chips. The aisles of grocery stores are stocked with organic junk food, transforming items that are already known to be indulgences into something that appears to be more nutritious. The label is the secret to success. Even when the contents of a food are still full of salt, fat, and sugar, the mere presence of that word might make individuals feel as though they are making a healthier choice. The marketing strategy is quite clever since it takes something that people enjoy but feel guilty about and repackages it as a responsible decision. This is what we are faced with. Sugar is still sugar, even whether it is organic cane sugar. It provides you with the same amount of calories and affects your blood in the same way. However, when you go to pay for those products, they will cost more. To be honest, the markup is frequently 30 to 50% higher when compared to the ordinary bag of chips or cookies that is sitting right next to it. You are being asked to pay twice as much without receiving any more nutrition or safety in return. Here's the truth. A cookie is still a cookie. The smarter move is to treat these products as indulgence, buy in moderation, and save organic for foods where it truly matters. Last on the list, a liquid luxury that drains your wallet fast: canned coffee drinks. Number 10, fancy coffee drinks. That sleek can of cold brew looks trendy, but ounce for ounce, it's coffee priced like champagne. Bottled and canned coffees lure you with rich flavors, glossy labels, and the promise of cafe quality without the weight. They sit chilled in the cooler, easy to grab, and they feel stylish in your hand. That's the hook. Branding and design that make an everyday drink look like a premium treat. Here's the problem. When you break it down by ounce, those drinks cost 5 to 10 times what it would take to brew the same coffee at home. One single iced latte from the cooler can match the price of an entire bag of ground beans. Beans that could keep you caffeinated for weeks. The markup isn't just steep, it's massive. The grocery store is packed with traps that look like convenience but rob you at the register. You've seen it. Plastic packs, shiny labels, quick grab meals. They promise ease but strip your wallet with hidden markups that stack up fast. And here's the kicker. By spotting these 10 items, you've already shielded yourself from the worst ripoffs. That's real money back in your pocket, week after week. Every swap, whether it's brewing at home, cutting your own produce, or portioning snacks, keeps control in your hands. Subscribe now and I'll show you not just what to avoid, but the safe, satisfying options that keep your morning strong and your body protected.